vlog 21 back here in the old office basement, recording this out for you. I hope you all are having a great Memorial Day, be able to spend some time with family and friends. This week was a little bit different. Got to spend the first part of the week in Florida with Anna. Anna had a conference to go to, so spent a little time with her thinking about the business and working on stuff remotely from out of the state for Monday through Wednesday this week. And then Thursday, Friday, we're just so jam-packed full of projects wrapping up that I didn't get a chance to do too much filming. But that being said, while I was in Florida, I got the opportunity to spend a little time digging into this book. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Now, if you know me, you know that I haven't, all through high school or all through college, never spent a lot of time reading. Something that I've really made an effort working into the last couple of years since I started perception engineering, that just the ability to jump into books and glean from them what you can. This is one that I read about every single year. So this week I got a chance to get back into it, and I want to read through and just talk through some of those main points of this book. If you haven't read it, I suggest that you go and you check it out. One of the biggest things that I've noticed at perception engineering and clarity manufacturing is once you get those initial contacts and start talking with customers or suppliers, the whole idea is to start building each other's businesses and the ability to work together. And if you don't know how to have those conversations or how to bring up certain topics that need to be discussed, or even how to get that person excited about what you're working on or what each other's working on, it's just not going to be a beneficial relationship. Now, me mentioning this book on this page is nothing new, or on this video is nothing new. If you look back to some of my other videos, you'll see hints as to me bringing up topics that I've learned from in this book. The first video, probably see that as the very first video that I posted onto this page, and look through the Snapchats. There's a lot of just the last summer that I went through reading this book, and then there's other videos where this comes up, so check back through those videos. So since I got the opportunity to go back through this book again this year, I wanted to take a few minutes in this vlog to talk about some of the main takeaways and some things that I thought were pretty interesting and applicable, and some things that I'm going to be taking from it and applying to how to work with my employees at Perception Engineering, my suppliers, and my customers. Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Give honest and sincere appreciation, aroused in the other person and eager to want. Any fool can criticize, condemn, and complain, and most fools do, but it takes character and self-control to be understanding and forgiving. So the only way on earth to influence other people is to talk about what they want and show them how to get it. Become genuinely interested in other people. Smile. Remember that a person's name is to that person the sweetest and most important sound in any language. Be a good listener. Encourage others to talk about themselves. Talk in terms of the other person's interests. Make the other person feel important, and do it sincerely. You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you. Happiness doesn't depend on outward condition, it depends on inner condition. We should be aware of the magic contained in a name and realize that this single item is wholly and completely owned by the person with whom we are dealing, and nobody else. The name sets the individual apart. It makes him or her unique among all others. Listening is just as important in one's life as in the world of business. If you inspire to be a good conversationalist, be an attentive listener. To be interesting, be interested. Ask questions that the other person will enjoy answering. Encourage them to talk about themselves and their accomplishments. Remember that people you are talking to are 100 times more interested in themselves and their wants and their problems than they are in you and your problems. If you want to know how to make people shun you and laugh at you behind your back and even despise you, here is the recipe. Never listen to anyone. Talk incessantly about yourself. If you have an idea while the other person is talking, don't wait for him or her to finish. Bust right in and interrupt in the middle of a sentence. People who talk only of themselves think only of themselves. Almost everyone considers himself important, very important. The life of many a person could probably be changed if only someone would make him feel important. Every man I meet is my superior in some way, and that I learn from him. Talk to people about themselves, and they will listen for hours. Only way to get the best of an argument is to avoid it completely. Show respect for the other person's opinion, never say you are wrong. If you are wrong, admit it quickly and emphatically. Begin in a friendly way. Get the other person saying yes, yes immediately. Let the other person do a great deal of talking. Let the other person feel that the idea is his or hers. Try honestly to see things from the other person's point of view. Be sympathetic with the other person's ideas and desires. Appeal the nobler motives. Dramatize your ideas. Throw down a challenge. A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. If you argue and rankle and contradict, you may achieve a victory sometimes, but it will be an empty victory because you will never get your opponent's goodwill. When one yells, the other should listen, because when two people yell, there is no communication, just noise and bad vibrations. If we know we are going to be rebuked anyhow, isn't it far better to beat the other person to it and do it ourselves? Isn't it much easier to listen to self-criticism than to bear condemnation from alien lips? By fighting, you never get enough, but by yielding, you get more than expected. You are wrong, admit it quickly and emphatically. He who treads softly goes far. If you disagree with them, you may be tempted to interrupt, but don't. It is dangerous. They won't pay attention to you while they still have a lot of ideas of their own, crying. So listen patiently and with an open mind. Be sincere about it. Encourage them to express their ideas fully. Remember that other people may be totally wrong, but they don't think so. Don't condemn them. Any fool can do that. Try to understand them. Only wise, tolerant, exceptional people even try to do that. How would I feel? How would I react if I were in his shoes? By becoming interested in the cause, we are less likely to dislike the effect. A leader's job often includes changing other people's attitude and behavior. Some suggestions to accomplish this: begin with praise and honest appreciation. Call attention to people's mistakes indirectly. Talk about your own mistakes before criticizing other persons. Ask questions instead of giving direct orders. Let the other person save face. Praise the slightest improvement and praise every improvement. Be hearty and lavish in your praise, and give the other person a fine reputation to live up to. Use encouragement. Make the fault easy to correct. Make the person happy about doing the things you suggest. It is always easier to listen to unpleasant things after we have heard some praise of our good points. Asking questions not only makes an order more palatable, it often stimulates the creativity of the person whom you ask. People are more likely to accept an order if they have had a part in the decision that caused the order to be issued. Even if we are right and the other person is definitely wrong, we only destroy ego by causing someone to lose face. Abilities wither under criticism, they blossom under encouragement. In short, if you want to improve a person in a certain respect, act as though that particular trait were already one of his or her outstanding characteristics.